Hi everyone, it's Dollulus, and today I wanted to talk about FOMO. So FOMO stands for fear of missing out, and I see this a lot in the doll collecting hobby, and I've certainly had experiences with it myself. So the way it feels for me, or the way it feels for a lot of people, is you might feel anxiety, depression, jealousy, envy, feelings like that about other people's doll collections. So it might be that you feel like your collection's inferior, like their collection is so much better than yours. It might be that you feel like you're missing out on really good deals, or you're not financially able to buy all the dolls that you want. So I used to have over 200 Monster High dolls. And I'm not necessarily a completionist collector, but I was buying a lot of dolls that I didn't really want. I was buying dolls that I didn't even like. There were a couple collections like Haunted, Shriek Wrecked, the Exchange Monster program. I just wanted all of them to have like this complete set, even though a lot of these dolls I didn't feel anything for, didn't really like them. They didn't inspire anything in me. And I realized it was making me feel unhappy. And your hobby should bring you joy rather than having this overwhelming feeling of, I'm missing out, I need more. So I decided to sell a lot of my collection. I sold most of my Monster High dolls. I'll show you the ones I have left. So I personally had to just Marie Kondo them. If the doll didn't spark joy, she went away. If I was on the fence about one of the dolls, I would just wait, give it like 2 weeks or something, come back to it, see if you feel any different about her. For my dolls, I sold most of them. You can give them away, you can sell them. There's a lot of good places to sell the dolls that you don't want: eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. And basically you can use that money for other things. If you have bills to pay, you can pay your bills. If you want to get dolls that you actually feel passionate about, use that money to buy other dolls. So this was really the solution for me, is clearing out the dolls that I didn't care about, the dolls I didn't have a connection with, the dolls that were like giving me anxiety. And I have now a collection that I call a curated collection, a greatest hits collection. Something else you can try if you're having these feelings is to pack them away. So pack them in a storage bin, or at least the ones you're feeling weird about. Put them away for a couple months, 2, 3, 6 months, and then come back to them and see how you feel about them when you readdress it. Do you still feel the same, like you're not interested in these dolls? Do you feel any connection? Have you changed your mind? And that's a good way to have some time to mull it over. Even when I'm looking to buy a new doll, I really question myself about it. I find that interacting with the dolls I have helps a lot. So changing their clothes, restyling their hair, giving them salon days, doing photography, videography with them, making things for them like clothes, furniture, just anything to make you interact with the current dolls you have. That way you can feel gratitude, you can appreciate your current collection, and you can actually enjoy your dolls, which is what it's all about. I find distancing yourself from social media helps too. I realized at times I was spending more time online and on Reddit, like reading and looking at other people's dolls, than I was spending even with my own collection. So that is something that helped me. Just focus on what I have and enjoy them, because that's what this hobby is all about. So a couple things that I consider when I'm getting a new doll is I really seriously say, do I like this doll? Do I like her design? Do I like her makeup? Do I like her hair color? Am I just buying this doll because it's a good price? Am I just buying this doll to complete a series even though I don't really like them? Am I just buying this doll because I feel like I have to? I feel anxiety if I don't? Something you can do about that is just think about it. It's okay to leave that clearance doll on the shelf and come back in a couple hours after you go have lunch and decide if you really want her. Another thing you can do is put her in your Amazon cart, wait a month, see if you really want her, wait a week, and go back and say, I'm not sure, or yeah, I really still want that doll. It just gives you a little time to think about it, a little time to get you out of that impulse to buy. And if you do get rid of some of your dolls, you may have a feeling of regret. Like most of my Monster High, Ever After High dolls, I'm like, yeah, good, I did that. But you know, why did I sell Honey Swamp? Like, why the heck did I do that? She was just like a doll I really liked, but I ended up selling her, and I can't remember why I chose that. But you know, I do regret that one doll. But the good news is you can still buy her. Any fashion doll that are mass produced are really going to be available again. You know, may happen that they're more money than you paid in the beginning, but you know, you can save up for that. You can get that doll again. It's not a be all end all final situation. So I recently made a short called Rainbow High Dolls I Should Have Bought. And it featured dolls that I found on clearance at stores for good prices, but I didn't end up buying. And at the time, when I chose not to buy them, I really considered it. Do I want this doll? Do I like this doll? Is this a doll that was on my yes list? And for me, it's like, if it's not an enthusiastic, yes, I want this doll, I turn them down. And it's kind of hard to do. And you can see by the title of that video, I was having feelings of FOMO when I made that video. But I think that video helped me work through those feelings because I was able to acknowledge them. And I was able to think, yeah, there was a reason why I didn't pick out that doll that day. And you know, if I change my mind, I can always get them again. Now, some collectors are completionists, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's really about how your collection is making you feel. If you want to have every doll released, if you want to have all the dolls from a series, and that gives you joy, and that gives you happiness, that's totally okay. Everyone is different with how they collect. For me personally, though, doing that was not bringing me joy. Doing that was giving me bad feelings. So really, it's just about addressing how it makes you feel personally, and then you can choose to do something about it. Another thing to consider is how is this affecting your real life? Are you having financial issues? Do you feel like you're impulse shopping, like that shopping addiction feeling? You know, jealousy, envy, depression, anxiety. Those are all things that can kind of give you a clue that maybe this completionist collection idea is not for you. It's okay to feel FOMO. I certainly do. It's totally a part of being a human. The important thing is that you acknowledge it, you recognize it, and then you take some action on it. Maybe you just let some time go by and the feeling goes away. Maybe you try some of the things I suggested. But really the importance is that you can acknowledge that feeling and be self-aware and think about it and think about how you actually do feel about it. Working past those bad feelings of like anxiety and bringing like a reality check to yourself about what you actually think. Currently, Haley is the doll I'm kind of questioning. Did I just buy her because she was a good deal? Do I actually really like her? I mean, she is pretty, of course. They're all pretty. But it's like, do I really want to keep her? I don't know. So I'm just kind of mulling it over. Right now, I'm going to keep her, going to enjoy her in my collection, and spend time with her and decide, do I connect with this doll or not? Is there something about this doll that doesn't quite suit my taste? Does she look good with my other dolls? So yeah, nothing against Haley, she's a beautiful doll, but everyone has different thoughts, everyone connects with different dolls. So currently she's kind of my doll of like, I'm not sure. So how do you feel? Did you have a struggle like me? Are you currently struggling with the feeling? Are you a completionist collector and just super happy about it? You know, I'm really curious to know. Everyone collects dolls in different ways, and I just love seeing how other people interact with their hobby. Thanks so much for watching this video.